Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Louise Bedetta and today we are getting into some holiday seasonal glam. Because it's December, thank God, 2020 is almost over. First I want to do all the glam and I'm thinking a gold smoky blown out eye, and then I want to do what I love, which is making everything terrifying. So once we do the glam, I'm gonna spookify it. And you'll see what I mean by that once we get there. I've already done my base makeup because I didn't want to bore you guys with the same routine over and over and over again. So we are skipping straight to the eyes. But if you do want to know what I used, everything is always listed down below in the description. On that note, let's get on with the video. First thing we have to do is prime our lids, and I'm gonna go in with my P. Louise base as usual. The neighbors are being super loud, so I'm sorry if you hear them moving around furniture because that's what it sounds like they're doing. Now that we've primed our lids, I'm gonna go in with some eyeshadow, and to get that classic gold glam Christmas eye, I'm gonna go in with the Kash Beauty Secret Treasure palette. I love this palette so much. The packaging's so cute. Shadows are so creamy, so I know this will do the job. And this is the inside of the palette and it is so damn pretty. First, with a Morphe M456 brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Burnt and use that as my transition shade. Now that that's packed on, I'm just gonna start blending this out. I always use tiny circular motions along where I placed the shadow with a little bit of patience that I'll blend out. Now on another M456 brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Tomb. I'm gonna add this right into my crease and then really blend this out. I can't believe Christmas is literally right around the corner. I went into full panic mode a few days ago and thought I had to get all my Christmas shopping done in just one day, and that was a really bad decision. Obviously, I didn't manage to get all of my Christmas shopping done in one day, but I almost killed myself trying to do it. I didn't really have much choice about where I could do my Christmas shopping either. Because I started so late, there was no chance of me being able to order anything for anyone, so I was forced to go to town, which I would normally avoid because I am not leaving the house at all with Miss Corona. Like, I honestly never leave the house. There's no reasons for me to leave. Now those two are blended, I'm going to go into the shade Wrecked and blend into the other two colors. Finally, I'm gonna dip into Forbidden and really concentrate that on my outer corner. I'm just adding a little bit of this black and blending it in, but really keeping it in this region. Now that that's done, I'm gonna cut the crease with my P. Louise base. I really need to concentrate when I do this. And now we have to dip into the shade Treasure because it's stunning. And this is gonna go right on our lid. I'm gonna go in with a flat brush and really get up to those edges. Now I'm gonna dip back into Tomb and run this along my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna dip into my Jaclyn highlighting palette and I'm gonna use this for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone. These highlighters never fail to impress. That is one eye complete. I'm gonna do the other off camera and I'll be right back. The eyes are finally done. I popped on some lashes and now I wanna add some freckles. I have been obsessed with adding freckles lately. I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop Freckle pen and this is in the shade Soft Brown. I'm just gonna dot this in a few places and then tap over them. Freckles are done. Now I want some blush and I'm gonna actually dip into the MadebyMitchell Feet on the Ground palette, and I actually love that this palette came in a little pouch like this. It's so cute. If you follow me on Instagram, I have already done a little tutorial over there on this palette, so go check that out. I'm gonna dip into the shade Tiger Lily. I've really been loving blush again and I really can't stop using it. The more I use it, the more in your face I want my blush to be. And I see this turning into a very bad cycle. Now dipping back into Jaclyn Hill's highlighting palette, and I'm gonna highlight my face. All I need to do now is throw on some lips, and I'm gonna go in first with the Kash Beauty lip liner in the shade Rust Nude. And now over that, I'm gonna go in with a Kash Beauty lipstick in the shade Rust Nude. This has very quickly become my favorite lip combo ever. The last step of this Christmas glam before we can get to spookifying is that we need to set all of this in place. So I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. That's enough of that. We need to spookify this now so that I can be happy. I still want to keep it Christmas themed. So my story is I was decorating for Christmas. I had all of my ornaments splayed along the floor, and I slipped and I fell into them and they smashed into my face. That's my story. That's what we're going with. And that's why I cut up some of my ornaments. I need to decide where they are going to go on my face and how terrifying I want this to be, like that. So I'm just marking with a lip pencil where these are gonna go. Teeny one over here. Now I'm just gonna take the makeup that's in these areas off so that the scar wax we are gonna use next can actually stick on to my skin. I'm going to go in with a scar wax now, and I'm going to scoop out quite a bit. I'm going to be here a while. I've got all the pieces of scar wax that I need. Now I need to glue them onto my face. So I'm going to go in with some Pro Adhesive. And I would like to avoid putting this on my eyebrow because I am not ripping out my eyebrow for this look. Once that's dried a little bit, I'll plop on a little bit of scar wax. I'm just pressing it down into my skin. Now I'm just gonna smooth out those edges so that they blend into my skin. This is gonna take a while. Before I move on to the next one, I'm going to smash this into here. Actually, that's stuck, I can't take it off. Seeing as I can't take that off, we're gonna put some liquid latex over this. I really don't want to get this stuff in my eye or on my eyebrow, which I have already. Oh. I ran out of disposable sponges, so I'm having to put it on with a wipe. Now that that's done, I can actually move on to another one. I'm gonna go over the liquid latex now with some MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Powder in the shade Medium. I'm also starting to get a migraine, like I always do after I've sat in front of these lights for a few hours. But it's okay. I'll put myself through the pain for you guys. I'm gonna go over the edges with some foundation, and I'm gonna go in with my Nars Sheer Glow in the shade Sante. Just with a fluffy brush, I'm gonna spread a little bit of foundation over these edges. Going over that with some powder again. Okay, now comes the fun bit. We get to make this look like a real wound. I'm gonna use my Mehron Water Activated Paints palette. I'm gonna dip into the darker red. I'm just gonna place this right on the inside of the wounds. With a fluffier brush, I'm just gonna stipple a little bit along the edges. Now with a really dark red, I'm gonna darken up just the edge. I'm gonna dip into the Beauty Bay X Nikki Tutorials palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Slasher and put this around the edges of my wounds. Finally, I'm gonna add some blood. And this is just some stage blood from Mehron. I'm gonna get this right in here. This is very calming. People are gonna think I'm a psychopath. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the blood to the rest of them, and I'll be right back with the finished look. Okay guys, this is a finished look. I added a lot more blood and a few little shards. I really think those little things really finished off this look and made it work. I'm really happy with how this look turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas glam and then getting to spookify it. If you want to see more glam and spooky Christmas looks, make sure to follow me on my other social medias. I post a lot more on them than I do over here. And if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!